Right, negative number calculations, you need to remember the rules to do with the signs. So when you have a plus or a minus and a plus, your outcome will be minus or negative. When you have a plus and a plus, or double positive and a double negative, your outcome will always be positive or a plus. Now, when you're adding and subtracting, you are looking at the signs that are next to each other. That is what you're looking to see. I would also recommend drawing yourself a number line to help keep you orientated. And I'm just going to draw a quick one up here to show you it doesn't have to be anything too detailed. You just need to put a 0 here and maybe minus 10 here, plus 10 here. And remember that when you are adding, you are always moving in this direction along the number line. Okay, so when you're adding, you are moving up the number line, sort of towards 0, or going past 0. When you are subtracting, you are moving in the opposite direction. When you are subtracting, you are moving down the number line. So we'll have a look at some examples, and kind of I'll show you how to use this number line, but you don't need to have a very, very detailed number line. You just need something to remind yourself which way you're moving, and possibly how many steps. So we'll look at adding and subtracting negative numbers to start with. So if I quickly write someone here, so if we had minus 3 plus minus 7, and what you would need to do is look at the signs that are sitting next to each other, okay, to determine what's happening here. Well, we have a positive and a negative. A positive and negative will always equal negative. So it is minus 3 take away 7 is the sum we're trying to do. So minus 3 would be about here on the number line, and we are taking away 7. So we would be moving 7 spaces in this direction, okay, coming along here. So minus 3 take away 7, our answer would be minus 10. Okay, so with addition and subtraction, you are looking at the signs that are next to each other. If we have a look at one more, if we had minus 2 take away minus 7, so in this case, we have a minus and a minus sitting next to each other. So we are starting at minus 2, so we will be roughly here on the number line, and we are adding 7, so we will be moving this way along the number line. Now, to go from minus 2 to 0, we would need to add 2, and that would leave us with 5 more, so your answer here would be positive 5. Now let's have a look at what happens when we're multiplying and dividing negative numbers. So in this case, you are looking at the sum and then you're looking at the signs. So it's probably easier if I demonstrate this one. So if you had minus 4 times minus 5. So my recommendation would be that you do the multiplication sum first. So 4 times 5 is 20. You then look at your signs. So we have a negative and a negative. Well, a double negative makes a positive. So your answer here would be positive 20. Now, remember, with positive numbers, we don't write a plus in front of them. If they haven't got a negative sign in front of them, we know that they are positive. So we'll have a look at another one. So say we had minus 8 times 12. So again, we would do the sum first. So 8 times 12 is 96. We have negative 8 and positive 12. So a negative and a positive will always give us a negative outcome. So your answer would be minus 96. Now, the same is true for division. If we were to look at 48 divided by minus 12. So here we would do 48 divided by 12, which is 4. Now we have positive 48 and negative 12. So we have a positive and a negative, so our answer would be negative 4. And if we had negative 48 divided by negative 12, here we would be doing 48 divided by 12 is 4. We have a negative and a negative, so our outcome will be positive. So our answer there would be positive 4. So with multiplying and dividing, do the sum, then look at the signs and decide what the outcome of your answer will be. With addition and subtraction, look at the signs that are sitting next to each other in the sum and use those to determine whether you need to add or subtract. And remember which way along the number line you are moving when you are doing this, okay? And don't be scared to draw yourself a number line there to help.